I straight up feel like I'm filming for Drunk History right now with Jack Daniels here right now. Basically, I just felt like filming a video tonight, and since it's Halloween and we're going through a global pandemic, honestly, I just thought I'd just watch a conspiracy theory video since I haven't watched one in a very, very long time. And clearly I got some Dutch courage whilst I do this. Okay, so without further ado, I'm getting right into the action now.
Here are 4 conspiracy theories that could easily come true in 2020.
Lord.
Let me ask you something. What would you do if you discovered a conspiracy in your favorite comic book wasn't just a plot line, but rather it was real life? Well, that's what happens to a group of friends in Amazon Prime Video's hit new series, Utopia. What follows is a thrilling, twisting, turning adventure with a strangely obvious sensibility that turns everything they thought they knew on its head and puts them on a collision course with sinister forces. Now, when I was watching Utopia, which premieres on September 25th, I got to thinking a lot about how deeply strange a year 2020 has been thus far. Between a global pandemic, murder hornets, and Australia catching fire, nothing feels outside the realm of possibility. And that goes double for the world of Utopia. It's full of mysterious killers, powerful biotech firms, and labyrinthine conspiracies. Now, after binging the show, I couldn't stop thinking about how at the unlikeliest of events happening both in our real world and in the world of Utopia, some things that we regard as conspiracy theories could prove true by the end of the year. So strap on your tinfoil hats as we explore 4 conspiracy theories that could easily come true by the year's end. Theory number 1, the chicken conspiracy. In the world of Utopia, the fictional biotech company Christie Labs, headed up by the one and only John Cusack as Dr. Kevin Christie, is creating a synthetic meat known as Simpro. But did you also know there's a real-world conspiracy revolving around how we eat way more chicken wings that could feasibly be produced in a single year? Well, buckle up, because things...
I just got justice right now. Jack Daniels and Applejack is actually a mint combination. I'm just saying I'm probably drunk already.
So every year, Americans eat more than 1 billion chicken wings during the or the big game if you're a lawyer-fearing content creator such as myself. Now that's enough to make a round-trip path around the Grand Canyon roughly 120 times. But what happens to the rest of that chicken? Now look, those mother cluckers over at Big Chicken will tell you there's nothing to ruffle your feathers about, but how can they ensure they meet our insatiable demand for delicious chicken wings? I mean, the math doesn't add up. It's like trying to divide by 0 or do non-Euclidean geometry. You know, some people claim that suppliers and restaurants rely on chickens, these genetically modified yet tragically delicious abominations.
Okay, it's just gonna fall.
The truth is, just like Christie Labs, they're solving this problem with bioprinted meat. According to news reports, some restaurants are enlisting a Russian lab to 3D bioprint chicken meat. Soon the chicken you eat won't even be chicken, it'll be 1s and 0s covered in 11 herbs and spices. And as for what's in that 3D printed meat, well, only those mysterious scientists know for sure. Theory number 2, the weather manipulation conspiracy. One of the many mysteries of Utopia centers on climate change, which isn't a conspiracy in and of itself, but rather a scientific fact that's unfolding in real time all around us. But Utopia's notion that sinister forces are controlling events like the global climate isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. Because in our world, some people believe a shadowy cabal of government operatives have used forbidden technology to control the weather itself, causing natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina, as well as earthquakes and tidal waves all around the world. And these nefarious attempts apparently began back in the late 1960s when the U.S. military conducted top-secret cloud seeding experiments in Vietnam with the goal of extending the monsoon season so they could flood trails. Now, another frequent topic of conversation in this theory revolves around a formerly government-owned research installation in Alaska known as the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, or HAARP, if you're nasty. Now, ostensibly meant to study Earth's ionosphere, some conspiracy theorists claim the government uses it to send science beams around the globe to trigger natural disasters. And I know, honestly, It sounds like a load of nonsense, but considering the Pentagon basically confirmed that aliens are real earlier this year, well, stranger things have certainly happened. Theory 3, that we're all living in a simulation conspiracy. In Utopia, it feels like the rules of the world as we knew them no longer apply, like there's another level of reality just beneath the surface of our own where the real truth is hidden from view, and we haven't been in control ever. Is the real world really real? That's the question behind simulation theory, one of the most pervasive and dread-inducing conspiracy theories of the modern era. So the basic idea is, we're not real. We're all living inside a giant simulated version of reality, players in this cosmic video game. And there are countless clues out there, too. Case in point, did you know you can encode DNA to contain computer viruses? Yeah, better hope your health insurance covers antivirus software as well. Or what about the Mandela effect? You know, that mysterious phenomenon to explain inexplicable inconsistencies, like that other 90s genie movie that definitely exists? And that's to say nothing of deja vu, aka that proverbial glitch in the matrix that we call life. And that's to say nothing of deja vu, aka that proverbial glitch in the matrix that we call life. With outspoken tech luminaries and respected scientists getting behind this theory, it's hard to deny it. But much like in Utopia, the truth is shrouded behind so many layers of artifice and mystery, the question becomes, how far down the rabbit hole do we need to go to find the truth? Theory number 4, the MK Ultra conspiracy. So Utopia is a world full of hidden dangers. Diabolical forces have sent these ruthless, highly conditioned operatives to hunt down our heroes. But the idea of mind control isn't just fantasy. Because remember when the CIA experimented on humans using experimental drugs and procedures to induce mind control? Well, it happened, and it was egregious both in its scope and severity. Beginning in the 1950s, the CIA subjected everyone from mentally impaired students to American soldiers to all manner of experimentation involving LSD injections, electroshock therapy, hypnosis, and far worse. But what was the CIA testing for exactly? 2 words: mind control. Were they successful in developing these top-secret mind control techniques? Could that explain the other conspiracy theory that so many of the world's top celebrities are being mind controlled? Were they able to make these elite operatives who can conduct wet work behind the scenes, like the ones we see pursuing our heroes in the world of Utopia? With so much evidence and documentation about what actually happened during the MK Ultra experiments, well, anything is possible in 2020, even the truth. Well, as we learn in Utopia, asking the tough questions might just be necessary.
Okay, that's the first thing that I've actually that I can actually agree with the guy on, because I've never watched Utopia before, so I don't have a clue what he's on about. But thank you for giving me some insight, dude. Right. Okay, so I think we can agree on is 2020, anything can happen. Definitely no one could predicted that we'd be in a lockdown and we'd be having to wear face masks everywhere. And seriously, I went to a surprise birthday meal with my friend, and I didn't think we'd be going in face masks, but whatever. Whatever. The point is, COVID's just fucked everything for us. Enough about that. Back to this.
For survival. Because you never know what could happen if you're lulled into a false sense of security. Unless, of course, you watch the show, then you'll definitely know. Thanks again to Utopia for sponsoring today's show.
I don't know
From
shit.
executive producer and showrunner Gillian Flynn comes a twisted thriller that'll keep you on the edge of your seat as its action-packed story unfolds, and keep you in a state of nervous laughter thanks to its darkly comedic, offbeat sensibility. Mysterious killers, globe-spanning conspiracies, and shocking moments await you when Utopia premieres on Amazon Prime Video on September 25th. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider sharing it with your friend.
Okay, I'm gonna find another conspiracy theory video. Like, seriously, once I see one conspiracy theory video, I just have to watch another one. Okay. No, not British conspiracies. I've already seen that one before. Please tell me one that conspiracy theories. This one will take me all night. Conspiracy theories and crazy people. Yeah, fuck it, I'll watch this one. The odd ones out. Conspiracy theories and crazy people. Okay. Because I like conspiracy theories. I'm a bit crazy as well. So if you know me personally, if you know me personally, I definitely am crazy, both in my past and probably a bit in my present too. I won't be filming this if I weren't crazy, right? Oh, here we go. Start chugging away at that.
At my Subway, you would spend your entire 5 to 6 hour work shift with only one other person. And you didn't get to pick that peculiar partner you were spending your precious period with. So that meant I was stuck with some crazy characters. And one of those characters was really into that new age snorting healing crystals kind of stuff. And he would specifically talk to me about it because I was the only other person there and all we could do for fun was watching bread rise. Since I was contractually obligated to stay, I would just listen to him ramble about how he thought the universe worked. He told me about chakras and how easy it was to open your third eye through LSD. He told me about scrying using black mirrors and that it's a common misconception that you can get stuck in the mirror, but that's just a myth. That doesn't actually happen. Which is a good thing, because getting stuck in a mirror is something I'm constantly worried about as an adult. Oh, and he told me that every illness is in your head and that hospitals can already cure anything, but they're not going to, because if they cure you, they're going to lose a customer. So he's just going to stick to his essential oils and non-vaccinated immune system, thank you very much. Listen, you can believe whatever you want to believe, as long as it's not hurting yourself or others, okay? But denying modern medicine? No! No! No, you can't.
What the hell
do
was this
that.
clip done?
No! Since there were still 4 hours of the workday
Gosh.
left and I didn't want to argue with him, I would
Drink
just
to
respond
that.
with, he didn't do crack or meth or any hard drugs that I know of that would alter his perception of reality. Even though he didn't trust hospitals or doctors, he really believed in the benefits of medical marijuana. If you're ever wondering what kind of person is making your sandwiches, yes, they did give this guy a license to touch your food. Whoa, dude. My sandwich tastes like colors. I learned something about myself that day, and that is, I'm obsessed with crazy people. Even though I didn't believe a word he said, I would still ask him questions just to get him talking. Wait, so you're telling me that everything in Naruto is real? Something about talking to him and hearing his perspective was fascinating. This human that I share a planet with exists. What is a crazy person? A crazy person is not someone who has a weird hobby or owns a pet snake. A crazy person is someone who, despite having an astronomical amount of evidence pointing to one idea, believes in the latter. I'm not a psychologist, and maybe I should have consulted one before making this video, but I think crazy people have an unhealthy amount of unchecked distrust and paranoia. I don't know where to even begin talking to crazy people. Their worldview is just so much different than mine. A crazy person will think that someone who has no reason to is lying. NASA's lying about the moon landing. I don't trust NASA. Hospitals are lying about medicine. I don't trust doctors. The government's lying about, well, a lot of things. They're lizard people. Okay, that one might be true. Thankfully, I don't personally know any crazy people. Well, okay, some of my friends are into astrology, but they still get vaccinated, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. However, on the internet, there's an overwhelming abundance of crazy people. I'm guessing crazy people don't go outside because they think the government will target them with directed energy weapons or something. Yeah, only crazy people stay inside wasting hours of their life behind computer screens. One of my guilty pleasures is that while I'm working, I will listen to crazy people talk for hours. It's weirdly my version of ASMR. I've tried listening to podcasts and audiobooks or anything that's good for my brain, but there's something so fascinating about listening to a 50-year-old genuinely tell you about his alien abduction. And it only has 300 views? This man was contacted by aliens, people! Why isn't he on the cover of Time magazine? YouTube will teach you everything you need to know about aliens. Did you know that aliens traveled millions of light years to build pyramids, stomp on our corn, and abduct a couple of crackpots? There's videos of people who will tell you in full confidence about the gray and praying mantis aliens living among us. I mean, the videos barely have any views, but they exist. Most of the views are from me. Okay, all of them. I don't understand how people think the moon landing is fake.
Dead. He just was like, okay, all of them. What's them? All of them. I'm done. Oh my gosh. I'm probably gonna regret this in the morning. but I don't care.
There is so much evidence proving that the moon isn't even real. Wake up, sheeple! I gotta be honest, I don't think flat earthers are real. I think they're all just a bunch of trolls trying to get people like me to hate humanity. I'm no rocket scientist, but I know that our understanding of space and gravity is so beyond what shape the Earth is. I'm amazed how much free information is available to people, but they still choose not to believe it. So, I'm sorry, I just can't accept that flat earthers are real. I mean, I have nothing to back up this idea, though. I guess it's just a crazy theory of mine. Wait, here's a lighthearted conspiracy for you. Some people think that the creators of the Sonic movie purposely made the design of Sonic bad in the first trailers as a marketing ploy. Everyone was outraged about the bad designs and ended up talking about it, giving the movie free promotion. Meanwhile...
Yes! Yeah! Oh, Blame It the Sonic Hedgehog movie. I saw that movie, actually was good. But when I saw the trailer for it, like everyone else, I sound like a sheep saying this, I was like, what the fuck is this trash? What the fuck is this monstrosity? It was a good movie though, mind you. I played on the Sega Genesis, well, the mini version of it, for the first time back in February before the pandemic happened. Even though I didn't have a clue how the fuck to control it, I had a good time. I'm just going to be rambling on for the rest of this video, so moral of the story, you knew you got yourself into when you pressed this. And I'm talking to the person who actually clicked on this video and got this far. You definitely have a lot of patience.
Well, the executives were planning to use the better designed Sonic all along. The evidence for this is, well, I'm talking about the Sonic movie right now, so I'm contributing to the theory that this was all for publicity. Another piece of evidence is, look at this. What is this? There's no way that any executive or anyone with two eyeballs would okay this ever. And honestly, I might have believed this conspiracy theory if this movie didn't exist. If it wasn't for the Cats movie, I would have thought Hollywood knew what they were doing too.
The Cats movie, I haven't seen it, but I know people who've seen it, and they were telling me how trash it was. I saw a few clips of it, and I'm just like, it's a good thing I did not go out my way to watch Cats, because it'd just be a waste of my time. I'm not hating on the people that starred in that movie, but honestly, it's just not the one, right? Not every single movie that comes out is going to be a hit, a success, right?
But because it's current year, and these types of things can still get past test screenings, I think sometimes Hollywood is just no good. I could be totally wrong, though. If anyone watching worked on this movie and wants to be a whistleblower, let me know in the comments. Another rabbit hole I fell down was discovering a group of people called targeted individuals. Targeted individuals are a group of people that think the government is sending NSA agents to harass them. And this isn't just the American government. It turns out that every government in the world is harassing random citizens. They claim that they're being harassed because the government is trying to silence them for speaking the truth, when in reality, they're not speaking anything remotely true. A targeted individual will say things like, people keep following me. There's a white van that's been parked in front of my house for hours. The government's been using electromagnetic radiation to transmit sounds and thoughts into my head. And the whole time I'm watching these people, I'm thinking, yo, that sounds like schizophrenia, my dude. I don't know your life. Maybe you just got out of a really bad cult and you do have stalkers following you. Okay, yes, that happens. But it's not the government. One targeted individual I saw said that the government attacked them with a directed energy weapon and that they've been having migraines and coughing up blood. And I'm just flabbersmacked that someone actually believes this. How do you tell them, yo, the government's not harassing you? You probably have something going on in your digestive system. You need to see a doctor and a psychiatrist. And it's easy to point and laugh and make fun of these people, but After hearing their stories, I just feel bad for them. They are going through some major mental stuff, and I think they just need a friend to talk to. Most conspiracies can be disproven with a little bit of research, so it's important to think critically and not immediately believe everything you hear online. And if there's not enough data to make a judgment, then it's okay to say, I don't know, or I need to look into this further before making a conclusion. Viral misinformation punishes everybody, so it's important to do research, tests, and evaluations to form a concrete judgment before you hit that retweet button. There is one conspiracy theory, I believe, and that is that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill...
No.
Are there any conspiracy theories that you believe in? Feel free to rethink your life choices. What did I just say? If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, then you know that I'm unfortunately postponing most of my book tour until further notice. I'm still planning on going to...
Okay, that's the video done? Okay. Let me put my phone on lock right now. It's on lock right now. I'm waiting for the notification to show up that that it's screen recorded. Maybe I'll just film off my laptop like I did before. I might not. I just felt like doing it tonight, so I did it. Any people drink, there's still drink in there. It would show, but it would spill everywhere otherwise. Okay. So it's to 2 conspiracy theory videos in there. So pretty much you got 2 for the price of 1. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like it, you know the drill. Most people on YouTube say it anyway, so I'm not even gonna say it. I'm probably gonna say it anyway. Like, subscribe if you want, and I post if whenever I feel like it. So just stick around. You might see new videos sooner rather than later, but just keep an eye out, really. So I'm off to have another shot and probably watch more weird stuff. So see you next time, I guess.